Hello everyone and welcome. It's me, Dark Ephemera, Dark Arts and Crafts, and this is my quiet talking ASMR-ish unboxing channel. And everybody likes the Godzilla stuff. I like the Godzilla stuff, but some of the Godzilla stuff that I've gotten in my collecting is terrible. And I mentioned, I think in a previous video, I mentioned this Advent calendar that I got, and it was terrible. I'm going to put some links below to somebody who had, I think it was a Twitter thread, where he showed the pictures of the terrible things that he got. And I'm going to show you these terrible things as well. Well, we all love Godzilla, and my cat is howling. He's singing the song of his people, telling me how much he loves Godzilla. And no matter that, this is terrible. So that's a terrible beginning to what is going to be a bunch of terrible looking things. So the story is that I saw ads for these Advent calendars, which is it turned out to be a box with 24 little pockets in it, and with a piece of paper that had a scene. That was a really cool scene, but unfortunately you had to tear the scene apart. And I thought it would make a great video. But when I got the item, I was going to do it. I wasn't sure if I was going to do like one a day or how I was going to do it. I wasn't sure. But I couldn't help myself, and I had to tear open the first one. And it was amazing. So let's take a look at the first Godzilla piece in this Advent calendar that I got. Look at him. Kind of hard to see, but it is a little stone, like a, I think, pink quartz Godzilla figure, but I mean, it could just be a dinosaur. He's got only one spine, as you can see, and a little stub of a tail, but it is so cute. I wish there's like no detail. I don't even think there's, oh, there's maybe an indent for the eyes. But look at this. This is so cool. Who's carving stone? And I need this person who carves stone to carve all of the Godzilla creatures in stone, in semi-precious stone like this. So this is what I got on day one, and I thought, oh, this is super cool. So also, when I found that Twitter thread of somebody who had gotten this, he had clearly gotten the ordinary one. I had gotten the deluxe edition. And I figured, oh, this is it. This is the special thing. They're going to all be fabulous like this. Well, they weren't. So let's get out a couple that were good and a couple that were not so good. So here's a couple that are pretty good. This looks like an OG Godzilla, but again, it's not. I mean, no, there's sort of three spines there, but look at that puppet face. It's a nice figure. It sits flat. Let me get my ruler out. I don't have my nice small one. There we go. Let's see how big he is. He's about 1.5 inches, or 4.5 centimeters. I think it's a really nice figure. He's got some detail, considering how small he is. No articulation, which no surprise there. And he stands up on his own. What more do you want in life? Here's another pretty good figure. This is a Muto. Is this Muto Prime? I don't know. I think so. No articulation. Super skinny little points of standing. Stands. Well, it's not too bad. This is not very janky at all. And I think it's just an interesting figure. To me, a really great Advent calendar out of the 24 days, I guess? I don't know. Advent calendars. They're like 25 days long or something. You would have half of those figures should be Godzilla's in some way or shape or form, and the other half should be other creatures, or like a third, and a third. You also throw in like little jeeps or, I don't know, things being crushed by Godzilla, a destroyed building. I don't know. I'd make an excellent, if I had the time and the expertise, I would probably make a really excellent Advent calendar. This Muto's a little taller, coming in at close to 2 inches long, or a little over 5 centimeters. So he's pretty cool. I think I'll take them out one at a time. I wasn't sure. Ta-da! And I don't know what day these were, like day 1, day 2, day 3. So again, it just has a vibe of it's Godzilla, but it's also kind of not Godzilla. It's the 3 spines. He's got a really red mouth and a kind of dorky look on his face. Couldn't tell you what era this is supposed to be. Later, right? Because the head is proportionately smaller. And again, this guy's coming in at about 1 3/4 inches, or it's so hard to measure in this direction. A little over 4.5 centimeters. Pretty sturdy, solid plastic. Good detail on the mold. The painting is minimal because you just can't really do that on such tiny things. It's probably why the eyes always look slightly wild, because it's so tiny. But this one also stands up nice and is really pretty cool. Yeah. All right. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, yeah, this is so awesome. I should probably throw in one of the janky ones just to mix it up. But here we go. So now this one is definitely Godzilla King of the Monsters era, by the size of the head, just the general shape of the body. He has leaner, longer legs than the kind of chunky thighs of Japanese era Godzillas. For some reason, I left it on. Somebody had put a silver twisty tie, like he was handcuffed. I don't get it. I just thought that was funny. There's something also more streamlined, the way the body goes into the spine pieces in the Godzilla King of the Monsters era of Godzillas. All right, so you wanted janky, let's go janky. Here we go. Wow. What is it? I mean, it could be almost anything. It's not Gabra, because he's got a tail. I don't know. He's pretty, shiny. It gives me more Ultraman villain vibe. I don't know Ultraman villains. Or, what was that show that people were cuckoo about? Power Rangers? They had a lot of weird monsters. So, the mold is detailed, but could have used a little more work with the color. There's some paint on the front here, real quick spray paint, like almost like psst. That's about it. I don't know. I'll put you on this side. I'll make two sides. We're going to line up good versus bad. And then what happened was, as I was trying to debate whether or not I was going to make a video about the opening, I started getting these things. One right after the other. This is where it went south. Dinosaurs that fold up into eggs with the weirdest color combinations. This is, to me, 100% trash. After this video, I'll probably just throw these guys away. Go. I tell you, one right after the other. What does this do? I don't know what he's doing. It's so awful looking. Does he even stand? I apologize if any of you guys are super interested in this and you're like, oh my gosh, this is some super cool, very rare toy. But it's not Godzilla. And I'm deeply embarrassed for having spent money on this. I'll just give you a general idea. It was around $55 for the deluxe. Oh, man. We'll add these up at the end, but ooh. Okay, I'll spare you some of those horrors for a second in exchange for this horror. Though, this could be this guy. Made out of rubber, though. Is a basic sort of upright dinosaur shape. It's just so disturbing. Hard rubber. It's got a bell. I'll let my cat chew on that. He likes chewing on things. Okay. Switch it up one more time. Show you one of the good ones. So this, was this the one that looked like, no. No, there's a couple that look similar. So this is not removable. His white power blast. This one very distinctly has the 3 spines. This is definitely Godzilla. The others are Godzilla too. The feet, the toes are pretty, like, there was a little effort put in here. The spine is a slightly different color. There's eyes that aren't too hideously janky. This strange, clear plastic thing. I almost said barf. Look, this is a nice figure, if by itself. I just feel like when it's part of this terrible, terrible Advent calendar, I just get so mad. I'm so mad at how terrible this is. Anyway, these are cute. These are good figures. I like this one here. Destroy all these. Oh look, I didn't even realize I got a repeat. What a thing, huh? Just what I need. Okay, here's a good one. This is, again, is Godzilla King of the Monsters. So this guy, I'm in a slightly different pose. He's looking up and roaring, and he's got a blast. But this is definitely the longer, leaner legs, the kind of streamline Godzilla King of the Monsters. So I got two of those. Slightly different figures. These are not exact. Cool. Very long, distinctive fins. A long neck with that kind of neck flare. I'm going to put this as Millennium, almost. Gets a little pink tongue. Again, out of the context of all of this cuckoo-ness, this is a really cute little figure. It's really nice. Remarkably detailed. I don't know what he's doing. He's like, yay. His arms are out. No movement, but still. It's actually quite nice. Oh yeah, there's more of these. These started coming out like one right after the other, and I was just every day. My soul died a little bit. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. Really? Is there a dinosaur that looks like this? Leave a comment if that's actually a dinosaur. Oh, man. Look, if these are some incredibly super rare toys, Japanese toys, leave a comment. But I tell you, in about 5 minutes after I finish this video, these are just going to go into the trash. All right, never mind. He's got a tail. I can't seem to get it out. He's got an interesting armored, like he's like a turtle or something. Why did I say interesting when talking about this? Oh, here's another one, yeah. So this one's a little janked up. Somebody over enthusiastically did his toes. He needs a better pedicure. Is this the same? He's got bigger spines than this guy. Whoa, look at that pot belly happening. Good grief. Which one is this? Afterwards I'm gonna line these up properly so we get to figure out who they are. But one last one of these buddies. Oh, listen. I think it's kind of cool. Like, if you had a 5-year-old and wanted to give him a toy, this is cool. He'd play with it for, a minute, and then it'd be like, oh, distracted and go on to something else. It's like some weird Transformers something. Oh man, this one's really complicated. What is going on here? Is it a kangaroo? This is terrible. And one last one from the set. This one I think is the repeat. So this is clearly Godzilla King of the Monsters, the modern Japanese one, modern American one. And I believe, yes, so this weird one where he's got handcuffs, it's basically a repeat of that. It's a good figure. I have no idea why he has handcuffs on. So again, 5 minutes after this video is done, these are going into the trash, and he is going to get released from his handcuffs. Okay. And then, just so you know, this is what the box looked like. It had a paper on top, or actually you opened it and there was a paper. As you can see, there's some left here, and then you poked out to get to the things. So I might still keep this, or not, but right now, say goodbye to these guys. So how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of these janky things out of 24. Oh, sorry about that. I wasn't paying attention to the focus. 9 of these out of 24. This ridiculous guy, 10. And this one, I don't know. It's nothing. 11. It's like a lot. Yeah. So 1 really cool guy. 2 duplicate Godzilla King of the Monsters. Which was the one that... Oh, 1 monster. 1 other monster. Like, it was all Godzillas, which is cool, but like I said, if I started a Godzilla Advent calendar company, it would be a real mix of all kinds of good stuff. This guy is giving me OG Godzilla, if not 54, then maybe within the 50s still. 56, 57, very OG. This guy and this guy with the larger spines are giving me Millennium. Though that is too much toenail. He also is Godzilla King of the Monsters. So technically a third one of those, but in a different, with a different pose. And this guy, he looks pretty cool. So I don't really know what eras these are. Maybe you can figure that out. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 good figures. 1 Muto. And 1 really super cool, I don't know what I'd do with this though, kind of just a carved dinosaur. Super cool though. So I thought, if I had time in this video, I would show you some other little figures that I had gotten, either through Wish or some other, slightly janky site. I got a set of Godzilla Legos. So this came, they were called party favors, and they came in a bunch of different colors. I like this guy, gray with purple and red. There's some that are more translucent. Is it blue? Here's a green one that's translucent. Oh, this is my favorite. Black with red and purple highlights. Reminds me of Millennium. Purple translucent. Red, this could be Burning Godzilla. Or this orange one could be Burning Godzilla. So these were called like party favors or something like that, and they got this set. I actually want to say 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to say that I originally was 7 of them, and one of these actually was in this advent calendar. I would throw a couple of fun little things like this in an advent calendar for sure. This is cute, and a lot of people do Legos. I do Legos. I've always wondered why there isn't a Godzilla set. I figure there's probably a Godzilla set somewhere. And whenever I Google Godzilla Legos, this is what I get. Though technically this could just be a generic dinosaur. Yeah, I think they're cool though. I think they're nice. So that's it. This is my mini miniature collection. The terrible, terrible advent calendar. Please beware, they're still out there. The pity was that the description of it, the pictures were had all kinds of really cool looking Godzillas. So it was a complete ripoff. And of course there was nobody to get back to, because I don't know, this came from China or something, and whatever. Kudos to them for getting my money in a rip-off move. I just want to warn people. I think when I was waiting for it, the fact that there were several websites that were exactly the same, just had completely different brand names. And it wasn't just Godzilla Advent calendars. It was Advent calendars of all kinds of things, from anime to TV shows, all sorts of stuff. So beware out there, people. But at the same time, if you think this here is worth $50, oh, I don't think so. That means they're like about $8 each, which I don't know. I'm going to find one of those little shadow boxes that holds like shot glasses or something and put these guys in there because they're cute. Can't really make a scenario because there are, there's hardly any enemies. There's just one Muto. Okay. Well, that's it. I hope you all enjoyed it, or at least something. I don't know if the word enjoy is quite the right word to use. I'm so angry and I feel cheated about this, but now at least I've told you. So like I said, there's a link below to somebody who had bought this and was, wrote a whole Twitter thing on it. And I'll even send you a link to one of the many shops that had this, just to show you what it was like. And caveat emptor, buyer beware, and don't say I didn't warn you. But if you got an extra 50 or 60 bucks you want to toss into somebody's pocket, then by all means go for it. And as for these were relatively inexpensive. I think I got them on Wish, but they were, as Legos, they were a little janky. As you notice, I haven't moved them because these arms don't quite work, and some of them I had to actually glue in, and one of these guys I had to glue his head on. So you can see that's a kind of standard body, and then this whole part goes onto the top peg. And on one of these, I can't remember which one it was, I had to glue it because it was too loose. It would not snap in like a proper Lego. So there you go. That's what you got for today. I do like some of these. Like I said, some of these figures are really great, but oh well. Buyer beware. And this is Dark Ephemera saying thank you very much for watching this video if you got all the way to the end. And as always, happy Halloween. Bye-bye, everyone.